Hello there, FA. My name is Paul Hughes, I am the Lord of Leisure, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. As you're probably undoubtedly aware, you seem to have a vacancy now available. As of this evening, you apparently left Sam Allardyce with no alternative but to mutually agree to leave, given the fact that unfortunately he was caught with his pants down telling undercover journalists on how to circumvent various rules that shouldn't be circumvented for apparently some cash. In this event, and given the fact that you've gone through so many managers over the years, all of whom have failed in one form or another, had various affairs, been caught bribing, cheating, doing various lies, treachery and deceit, pretty much I feel at this point I would like to apply for the position of England manager. Now, of course, I do have a CV. It's all nicely typed out, and indeed, I am a support analyst with over 10 years of experience in the IT industry. I have extensive knowledge and experience of servicing desktop servers and support of Microsoft operating systems and programs. I am committed to constant improvement of knowledge and skill sets in a dynamic work environment. Now, of course, that final sentence you can definitely apply to the role of England manager, given that you do not know exactly how long you have in the job. Now, of course, I appreciate the fact that my CV has mainly stuff about the IT industry, but I assure you, my football credentials are impeccable in comparison to, well, pretty much everyone you've been employing over the last couple of decades. For example, when it comes to football, I have watched it on Sky Sports. I'm aware of what shape the ball is, and indeed I played various computer games such as Football Manager 2017 by Sega, and indeed Sensible World of Soccer when football games are actually decent. I am also aware of several players playing in the Premier League and am able to pronounce at least 3 of their names. I am aware also that people care about football and therefore proceed to talk generally about football at various moments. So therefore, I can pretty much get a decent idea about what the game involves. I am also familiar with obviously the art of tactics because I have to basically lie, cheat and steal on a daily basis. So therefore, I would be incredibly apt for the England position. And also, I have no idea about the full rules, obviously, that got Sam Allardyce into trouble. So therefore, I can't break the rules because I frankly don't know what they are, even to begin knowing how to break them in the first place. So obviously, that's some of my history, in terms of experience. But obviously, you're going to want to know, what sordid past do I have? Well, I haven't had any extramarital affairs because I've never been married at this point, and I've done various things. I've stolen from shops on occasion. I've made women upset, although, mind you, one could argue that's just what I do on a daily basis anyway. And what else have I done? Had a ruckus with various institutions, mainly just Ofcom because I want decent fibre broadband, so I'm very used to, fighting the good fight for something. And also, I have read Jeremy Clarkson's How Hard Can It Be? And because he answers it as basically not very hard, I figured, fuck it, why not actually try it myself? So, obviously, that's all my history out the way, so you kind of know that if any newspapers come along or otherwise, when they try and dig up things, it's not going to be a huge amount, but still may at least fill up an episode of the Jeremy Kyle Show. Now, of course, what I will do for you as England manager, I will, of course, try and limit any scandal to at least only 2 major instances, or 5 mild ones within the first 3 months of my employment. I do request that England play a friendly in Hawaii, so obviously I can just take my parents there and then claim it back on expenses, because, it's only fair, And I promise to only accept bribes and also gifts from FA-approved foreign billionaires with, shall we say, vested interests in various competitions and so forth. Also, I will at least turn up to the training ground once a month, maybe twice, and you can use that for TV stock footage of me pointing over the ground and then talking to whoever my coach will be. I'm sure Mr. Blobby, or indeed Noel Edmonds, or a number of well-suited candidates can be found to be my number 2 coach. I've also actually thought about Jeremy Clarkson. Let's be honest, in between shooting bits for the Grand Tour on Amazon, I'm sure he'll be free and can advise me on how to, how do I put this? Present oneself to the media and obviously to the various tabloids that will take far too much of an interest in my life as a result of being appointed England manager. Now, in terms of my demands, as you've been perfectly happy to pay obscene amounts of money to England managers before, you're probably a bit gun-shy about doing those type of deals again. So what I will do, instead of taking $5 million a year over a period of 4 years or something, I will take $1.25 million for a period of God knows what. And also, I will accept a decent fibre broadband connection to my flat here in Shepherd's Bush. And also in the golden handshake for when inevitably I'm fired for failing to qualify for something, or insulting the wrong guy at FIFA, or indeed, of course, ending up in a hotel with a prostitute, because obviously I've yet to be briefed on the list of approved scandals. So obviously, if I were to be given the role, then of course I would be more than happy to stick to those and of course try and restore integrity to the FA and indeed English football. So obviously I'll be taking less money and what have you. The rest of the money you can send to the NHS because they're probably going to need it after Brexit. And well, I suppose really maybe some expenses like, if we fly to various countries for competitions, we, instead of flying Ryanair, we go EasyJet. And maybe, some lovely non-alcoholic cocktails. I do like the fruit ice cream based cocktails. That would be jolly nice. So I hope you consider my video application. My CV can be forwarded to you on request. Although, mind you, of course, I'm more than happy to discuss the details of my CV, including how to set up Active Directory on Windows 2012. Obviously, an excellent thing to do when being England manager. And don't forget as well, I'll be more than happy to sort out your e-commerce, because I've done that previously in other roles. So, in essence, if you want to overcharge people for watching a bunch of overpaid assholes who, frankly, I have no doubt deserve all that cash for kicking a ball around, then by all means, I'm more than happy to help you exploit the average worker. So, if you would like to have a further discussion, then by all means, please email me at paul@oosometimes.com. That's PAUL at OOH sometimes. Yeah, I can't be bothered to spell the rest. oosometimes.com, so it's all one word on oosometimes, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. So take care, and I hope that I find you amenable to an interview. You can come round my flat. Obviously I have space, and I can give you some assorted jam tarts and lovely cups of tea as well for your trouble for coming over. So thank you very much, the FA, for considering me, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye bye.